So 1 month ago on one of our shows, we announced that we're having a joke contest. And we asked you lovely viewers to send us examples either in text message or a file or even a video submission. Well, we've received some. So tonight we're going to review these and discuss what makes them funny in terms of the language and how maybe jokes can help us learn a language. Okay? So here to help me do this is my good friend, frequent guest, frequent co-host, an amazing educator himself from Toronto, Canada. He's the owner-operator and chief educator of On the Spot Language, which, by the way, he has recently won an award as one of the top 50 schools, education institutes in the world, language institutes. So let's give a warm welcome and round of applause for my friend, frequent guest and co-host, Anesh Daya.
It's time. Let's do this. Thank you, Paul, for the warm, lovely introduction. And I'm always super excited to be here with everybody. And today of all days, where we're sharing jokes. And thank you so much for announcing the award of that we received for top 50 organizations in education. That's pretty awesome. And thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome. Can you tell us a little bit about that award?
It's very cool. And so we're very honored. So this organization called GFEL, GFEL, the Global Forum for Education and Learning. Thank you, Chris. I guess there are lots of educational organizations all over the world, and their research team and awards team did a lot of research, and they were looking for programs that were innovative, that were future ready, that were having a strong impact on the country and society. And the idea that we won was just such an amazing honor because we've worked really hard to help students get outside of their comfort zone and use English in real life situations and talking to strangers every day. And I don't know, in 12 years, our students have talked to like 100,000 strangers on the streets of Toronto. Yeah. And so it's pretty awesome. So I'm very excited to announce that. And and thank you, Paul, for all of your support and all the viewers. And by being on this show also has helped, On the Spot Language grow. So thank you.
You're welcome. We're in this together, right?
That's it.
Our whole education industry, which includes educators and teachers like you and I, but also our lovely students and learners around the world, the whole thing has been forced to change this year. And I know you and I are very much of the same mind of being flexible and trying to make use of the change rather than resisting it or complaining about it, even worse. We've done our best to try new things, such as this live show. This is not something I ever planned to do, but the pandemic gave us an opportunity to do this and for you and I to meet and collaborate as we are on an ongoing basis.
And I think the key word there that you mentioned is opportunity. You can see this situation as a pivot, a pivot party. And this is what this is. It's not a pity party. It's a pivot party. And so we're pivoting and we're adapting and we're flexible. So let's get to why we're here today. I'm excited.
This is awesome. By the way, I just want to say a quick hello to Mimi from Tokyo. Mimi has joined us, and Yuko Watt has joined us. And Yuko Watt has a very important report. She says, "Hi, Paul. Al dente is still doing the dishes."
Oh, boy.
So that's okay, because Al dente has actually submitted a joke to us, which we'll review towards the end. So hopefully we won't miss that.
All right.
So hello, guys, and hello, PJ. Welcome back to the show, PJ. PJ joined us Oh, sorry, PK. PK has joined us several times, so welcome. So, Anesh, let's get to it. We've been given several jokes, and we're going to read these together in a sort of performance dialogue because jokes
Yep.
seem to work well when there's one person talking to the other. I'll be person B because what I've noticed about jokes is that there's usually a straight man,
Yes.
the one who's confused and doesn't know what's going on. And the way we've organized our jokes here, I've put them into A and B. Some of them I did a little bit of editing to make it more sense so that we can perform it. But in Japan, for example, there's a comedy style called manzai, and it usually works just like that. One guy will be sort of a straight, serious character, and the other guy will be more of the clown. So you and I are going to do a little manzai.
Manzai.
So
Hi.
you're person A,
Hey.
and
Okay.
I'll introduce each joke and the viewer who sent it to us. So the very first one, this is number one, was given to us by Mari Haruno Baker, and she submits this joke. So let's do Mari's joke together, okay? Anish,
Okay.
you
Here
start.
we go. Hey, Paul, you don't need a parachute to go skydiving.
You don't? Why not?
No, you need a parachute to go skydiving twice.
Mm,
Ah!
that's a good one. Okay. Let's
Parachute.
just do that one more time.
Okay. All right. Hey, Paul, you don't need a parachute to go skydiving.
You don't? Why not?
No, you need a parachute to go skydiving twice.
Eh,
Boom, 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 boom.
yeah.
Uh,
So, guys, what do you think of that? Can you explain for us why that's funny or why that works?
Daiki is in the house. Daiki, can you explain? Or if Mari's even there, maybe she could explain her own joke.
Yeah.
But you go, Chris. PK, why
Anyone
is
have an
that
idea?
funny? Yeah.
Yeah. Why does
Or
that work?
yeah,
Why
why
is
does
that?
that work?
How does the humor come up? It's definitely built into the language, right? And that's one reason why telling jokes, in addition to being good icebreakers, they can help you understand a language a
Uh,
little bit.
so, um, what does that Japanese say? The name? Someone said the parachute joke was painful.
Is
Painfully
that
good.
Maku-chan? Is that Maku-chan?
Maku-chan? Daiki says, I don't
Maku.
get it.
Mark.
Uh-oh.
Hi, Mark. It's my friend Mark. Mark.
Oh, Mark.
Maku. Maku.
I
So
didn't
Daiki
get it.
didn't get it.
Mm,
Painfully good. Mark, can you explain why that works?
yeah, why is
Why
it
does that?
painfully good, Mark?
Yeah. Can you offer a quick little explanation? You don't
Mm.
need a parachute to go skydiving. You don't? Why not? No, you need a parachute to go skydiving twice.
So Chris
Everyone knows
said,
what skydiving is?
I think I can. For
Yeah,
one
let's look at
time,
Chris.
you need nothing because you're dead then.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, that's true. If you go skydiving once without a parachute, it's over. There is no twice. If you want to go again, two times, you need a parachute. You need to survive the first jump.
That's it. Switching para for pair.
Well, that's interesting. Let's see Mark's explanation. Switching para for pair.
You don't need a
Play on the
pair, a
words
shoot to
pair, a shoot. You need it to go twice. That's interesting.
a
So maybe there's
pair.
even another layer of this, Mark.
Oh.
And by the way, Mark, thank you for joining. I'm so happy to see you here.
Cool. How do we know Mark?
Mark is a wonderful educator himself, a former
Ooh,
colleague of mine. He's taught in Canada, he's taught in Japan, and I believe he is now a student himself. I think he went back to university to continue on his higher education. So he's
awesome.
got some good insights here. Okay,
Welcome.
that's Mari's entry.
Oh, pair
So let's
o'
go on to number
shoots.
2.
It's a pair o' shoots.
Pair o' shoots. Oh, see? You need 2 of them. You have to survive the first one.
All
Great.
right. I guess we're moving on now. Thank you, Mark.
Okay, the next entry was sent in by Delia Nicole. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I hope so. Delia Nicole. So
Am I A or you want to be A?
you be A,
Okay.
and I'll be the wife when it comes to the dialogue, okay?
When it comes to the wife. Okay.
Down here, there's it says, yes, the wife answers.
Okay. A man absolutely hated his wife's cat and dodged to get rid of him one day by driving him 20 blocks from his home and leaving him at the park. As he was getting home, the cat was walking his driveway. Is that right?
Yep, that's how it was sent.
As he was getting home, the cat was walking his driveway. There was a cat. He kept taking the cat farther and farther, and the cat would always beat him home. At last, he decided to drive a few miles away, turn right, then turn left, past the bridge, then right again, and another right, and he reached what he thought was a safe distance from home, and he left the cat there. Hours later, the man calls home to his wife, Jen, is the cat there?
Yes. Why do you ask?
Frustrated, the man answered, put the son of a on
Eep.
the, on the phone. I'm lost and need directions. Whew.
Okay. That was a mouthful. So that kind of joke is a little different. It's kind of a funny story with a little twist at the end.
Right.
So the story is the man hated his wife's cat and tried to take him away, far away from home, and leave him there.
Right.
Hours later, when he goes home, he calls his wife and says, Jen, is the cat there? And the wife says, yes, why do you ask? And the man says, put the son of a on the phone. I'm lost in the direction. So it sounds like the man got lost while he was trying to get rid of the cat, but the cat went home.
Right.
Okay, interesting.
Boy.
Any explanations for how that works, guys? Any thoughts?
It's a long-winded joke, and I'm sorry you guys can't see it as well. It's difficult to remember sometimes these long jokes.
When I post the review edit online during the week, I'll make sure we have the text sample available so everyone can read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that one's too long to really make sense on in a format like this.
Right. Yeah.
But Mimi's laughing. Mimi says, ha, 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 ha. Okay.
Maybe Mimi just likes cats.
Yeah, maybe she likes cats. Mimi, do you like cats? Okay, here's Mark's solution. He says, cats are smarter than people. It's a surprise that the cat got home while the man couldn't. Yes, exactly. I think that's the source of the humor, right?
Yes.
The man was trying to get rid of the cat, but instead the cat went home and was like, yeah, where you been, mister?
What's that song called? The cat came back the very next day. The cat came back. It never went. No?
Yeah.
Isn't that a song? I don't know.
It is a song. I'm not going to sing it, though. So
I can't remember where it comes from. Okay. Let's move on.
Mimi says, cat is more smart than bad boy. Yeah, you're right.
Absolutely.
The cat is smarter.
Cat is definitely
so
smarter.
Because the word smart is one syllable, we can say smarter, Mimi. You don't have to say more smart. It's more concise. It's simpler and more effective to say smarter. The cat is smarter than the bad guy. Cats have the personal GPS system, J&QR says, Paula. That's a great one. Cats have their personal GPS system. I guess they do, don't they? Anish, do you have a cat?
I don't. I don't have any pets, but I know many animals, turtles to birds. They can go so far away and then find their way home. So
It's
there's this
remarkable,
kind of
isn't it?
internal GPS. Absolutely.
Yeah. So the next time your friend or your family member says, "Oh, I got lost going to the mall," you just remind them that birds can do it and cats can do it.
Yeah.
Make them feel a little bit guilty. Okay, let's move on to number 3. Number
Okay.
3 was sent in by Mr. Ken Watt.
Okay.
Ken
Here
Watt
we go.
says,
What's
okay,
the
go ahead, you're A.
difference? Okay, here we go. What's the difference between a well-dressed person on a bike and a poorly dressed person on a unicycle?
I don't know. What?
Attire. Attire. Attire.
Tire.
Attire.
Okay, let's do
Attire.
that one again. Let's try
All
one more
right.
time. Let's try a little character into it.
Okay. What's the difference between a well-dressed person on a bike and a poorly dressed person on a unicycle?
I don't know. What?
Attire.
The way you delivered that made me chuckle. Can
Attire.
any attire? Can anyone explain how this one works? Al Dente says that's funny. I'm glad you laughed.
Okay.
Okay. Can anyone explain how that joke works in terms of the language? What's going on there?
Daiki, come on.
What's the difference between a well-dressed person on a bike and a poorly dressed person on a unicycle? For those of you who
Ping
don't know,
pong. Daiki got it. It's a play on
unicycle,
words of attire, which is a single tire, which a unicycle has, and attire.
yes.
And what exactly does attire mean? Attire, Daiki. What exactly does attire mean? Has something to do with being well dressed or poorly dressed, surely.
Yeah, so Daiki's saying it's a play on words of attire and attire.
Yeah.
And by the way, this word here, well, when we pronounce it, we want to, because this one has a certain pronunciation, attire. Here, we want to put the word stress on the second syllable. So,
Attire.
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 That way we know which one we're using. Attire or attire. Does anyone know what attire means?
Formal dress.
Daiki says formal dress. Well, that's a good idea, Daiki. I think we can call attire anything you wear.
Right.
The word is formal. The word itself is formal. We would use this if we're speaking formally, but Anish is wearing attire. I'm wearing attire. Neither of us is particularly formal today, but we are dressed in attire. Normally, we'd just say we're dressed in clothes, right?
Right.
Okay, so Mark says attire equals clothing. About how they are dressed differently. The unicycle is missing a tire. They sound similar, so it's called a pun. Good. Pun. Let's remember that, guys. This is when a word sounds similar to another word with a different meaning. So we can play with that. We can switch them.
Is a unicycle missing a tire, or it just has one tire anyway? Right? A unicycle just has one tire.
Yeah, it has a tire, so it's singular, right? It's a tire, one tire. It's a singular tire, which makes it sound like clothing.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so the question is that a homonym, Paul?
Yeah, it's a homonym. Same sound, different meaning.
Yeah. You got it.
Nice. Okay, great. Good, guys. You guys are catching this on. Now, the next one's interesting. This was sent to me by a Japanese friend and viewer. His name is Suji Inoue. Suji Inoue. Very interesting man. and he has lived abroad outside of Japan. And however, this joke is actually a translation from a very traditional Japanese joke style. Let me just check with the engineering staff here.
Oh,
Shoten? Is Shoten the style or the
Shoten.
comedian?
Okay.
Okay, so it's a TV program in Japan. And
Oh.
the picture I saw was of formally dressed Japanese comedians on a stage in front of an audience telling a little story. So this one's a little bit like a story that builds in its meaning. So to deliver this, Anish, why don't we alternate? You do first, I'll do second, you do third.
Okay.
You know what I
Cool.
mean? Because they're numbered. So this is a little story called 6 Differences Between an 18-year-old. Let me just write this up. 6 differences between an 18-year-old and an 81-year-old person. And by the way, person is a noun. Oh, that's okay. Over here we have the word person. You can't quite see it. But when we do this, person's a noun, so this structure becomes an adjective. And to join all these together into an adjective, we want hyphens. So this is 6 differences
Okay.
between an 18-year-old and an 81-year-old, courtesy of Shoten TV show through my friend Mr. Suji Inoue. Okay, you're first.
First, on the road, at 18, you drive too fast. But at 81, you drive in the opposite direction.
Second, at 18, you drown in love. But at 81, you drown in the bath.
Ooh, that's true. Third, at 18, your heart is easily broken. At 81, your bones are easily broken.
Fourth, at 18, you know nothing. At 81, you remember nothing.
Okay. Fifth, at 18, you're taking exams and worrying about the standard deviation value. At 81, you're worried about your blood sugar value.
Sixth, and finally, at 18, you're trying to compete in the Tokyo Olympics. At 81, you're just trying to stay alive long enough to watch them on TV. Shall we do it one more time? Let's do it one more time.
Okay. Can we just tell? Did everyone get that? Could you hear it? Can you put your? Can you say yes, 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 yes if you want us to do it one more time? Can you guys type in yes, please, or yes, 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 yes if you want us to do it one more time? Let's see.
Otherwise, if you're ready, we can analyze it right away.
All right. One more time. Let's see how many yeses we get. Let's see. 3, 2, 1. Chris is saying yes. We got one yes. Who else wants us to read it again? Mimi
Mimi says yes, please.
Yes, please. Daikie's yes. I think I've heard of this a very long time ago. Nice.
It's probably a very traditional structure of a joke because there's sort of a repetition pattern.
Right.
But there's a couple of details that make it very current, such as the Tokyo Olympics.
Cool. Should we give a prize, or no? Should we just let people know while we're reading it? I wonder if anyone could type it out and practice their listening and typing skills.
Great idea. Anyone feel confident to transcribe it?
Yeah, Daikie, maybe you can do the 81-year-old, and Chris, you could do the 18-year-old.
Yeah,
or Mark,
good
you
practice
could help
for
out.
your typing.
Let's see who can get the sentences perfectly correct. You guys can be a one big team. All right, here we go. First, on the road, at 18, you drive too fast. At 18, you drive too fast. But at 81, you drive in the opposite direction. You drive in the opposite direction.
Second, at 18, you drown in love. But at 81, you just drown in the bathtub.
Third, at 18, your heart is easily broken. At 81, your bones are easily broken.
Fourth, at 18, you know nothing. At 81, you just remember nothing.
Fifth, at 18, you're taking exams and worrying about the standard deviation value. At 81, you're worrying about your blood sugar value.
Mm-hmm. Sixth, at 18, you're trying to compete in the Tokyo Olympics. At 81, you're just trying to stay alive long enough to watch them on TV.
Oh, let's see. Oh, a few people tried.
Yeah, it's a lot of language to keep up with.
Chris and Mark, typing
Yeah, good
skills are
job.
pretty awesome. At 18, you drive too fast. At 81, you drive in the opposite direction. Well done.
Yeah.
Impressive.
So, guys, what do you think is funny about that? How do you think that humor works? How do they present the language in a way that sounds funny? All of these jokes, which are great submissions because they're all a little bit different.
Good point. Yeah, they are all different.
At 18, you drive too fast. At 81,
You drive in the opposite direction.
Any ideas how this works? At 18, you drive too fast. At 81, you just drive in the opposite direction.
Yeah. Oh, Mark also got the at 18, you drown in love.
Yeah, at 18, you drown in love. At 81, you just drown in the bathtub. It's terrible, but it's funny.
Mimi likes number 4, but didn't catch your word.
Oh, okay. Was that me?
Number 4.
Fourth, Mimi, I said, at 18, you know nothing. You think you know everything, but actually, you know nothing. You don't have a lot of knowledge and education yet. At 81, you remember nothing. Your memory starts going away when you're older, right? My memory is going away already. It happens.
Oh, Taiki's trying. Well, Chris almost got it perfectly.
With the
You're
exams,
you're taking
taking
exams and
exams,
worry about the
worrying.
standard deviation blank.
Yeah. Anyone else catch that
Standard
last word?
deviation. And then at 81, you're worrying about your blood sugar
Mm-hmm.
blank.
Maybe there's an expert out there who understands standard deviation value. I think it's a mathematical or a statistical term.
Right.
Something related to the bell curve of statistics and graphs. It's beyond me. I don't work in numbers. And the other one was Christer Boven says, you're competing at the Tokyo Olympics. So that's number
Ah,
6. At 18, you're trying to compete. You're training, you're working hard, getting ready for the Olympics. It's your dream. But when you're 81, you kind of finished your dreams and you're just trying to stay alive so you can watch it on TV.
mm,
That's your big challenge. It's a little bit dark, but it's funny. When we say dark humor, does anyone know what that means? Has anyone ever heard of dark or black humor? It's humor that's related to death or violence or something serious, something usually serious, but if you do it gently and respectfully and carefully, you can actually make something like that funny. Okay. Yeah, that was an interesting one. It seems like a very specific style of humor.
right.
Um, in fact, all of these jokes are they're a little bit different. So they're
They
offering us,
are.
um, oh, what do we have here? Loving Anish's joke delivery. Funny story about Japanese Shoten show. If they tell a good joke, then they get an extra pillow to sit on. The worst
Ooh,
comedian is the one with no pillow to sit on. The best sits on the most pillows. That's cool.
there you go. Cool. Appreciate the
Thanks for the
compliment
insight,
there,
Mark.
Mark. And thanks for the insight. Yeah. Joke delivery is definitely something that um, I think is really important when you deliver the punchline, or if you can add some body language to it
Mm-hmm.
and have the right intonation. Um, I always tell my one Japanese joke, which is Michael Jackson no 好きな色は何ですか? So the question is, what's Michael Jackson's favorite color? Michael Jackson
Hmm.
no 好きな color or 好きな色は何ですか?
Mm-hmm.
And what's the answer, Paul? Come on. Okay.
Ow!
Ow! Nice. And just so everyone knows, ow means the color blue in Japanese.
Actually, I believe it's aoi, isn't it? Aoi?
Ow!
Aoi? We need a little
Oh.
e at the end. Blue, the color blue in Japanese.
わかりません。
Aoi. Aoi.
Uh-oh. Colorful Canada said,
Colorful
"I
Canada.
enjoy your expression." What did Mark type in Japanese? Oh, it's aoi.
Aoi.
Ow!
We need Michael
Oh, you
Jackson
need
to
the E?
put a little e at the end. Aoi.
Aoi!
You do it
Oh,
better than me.
I thought it was just
One day we'll get you
ow.
to do the moonwalk
Oh,
when you do
ow is
that.
also okay to pronounce. Good to know. How does
Okay,
Mark know
good.
all this?
Yeah,
Awesome.
Mark's very good with his Japanese.
すご
Okay,
い。本
Anish.
当だ。いや、
Yeah,
どう
he's
ぞ。
very good at Japanese. Let's move on to our video submissions. And by the way, guys, just to remind you, next week on my social media, at Hardboiled English or Teacher Paul's Hardboiled English, or at Paul Duke on Facebook, you can see all of these submissions. I'm going to put the transcripts so you can actually read them and review them. And I want you guys to choose the best one.
So
Next
after we
week's
shared
show.
the video submissions, Daiki just sent me a private message saying he wants to come on camera and share a joke.
Oh,
Are we
why don't you
able
come
to
on right
share the
now?
link with him quickly?
Yeah, let's get Daiki the link. He's going to come on and tell us a
Okay.
joke right now.
Daiki's like, Anish, put me on the spot. I want to tell a joke live on camera.
Let's
I'm like,
let's do it.
Daiki, what? All right, let's do
Let's
it.
do it.
So we're
I
gonna
love the
send
spirit,
Daiki
Daiki.
the link right now,
Yeah.
and Daiki can click on it in the YouTube feed. Check the YouTube feed and click on it, and you'll be able to join. Check.
Yeah, 1 second. Here it comes, Daiki. And here you go, Daiki. So I'll bring Daiki on, and then we'll do the video submissions. Oh, we also have a couple of other viewers joining us. We have Laban from Uganda. Uganda is in the house. Welcome, welcome.
Asante.
Laban, what does asante mean? Can you tell us what that means in English? Asante? Laban Sewanyana? Okay, Daiki's with us now. Ladies and gentlemen, one of our regular and favorite student viewers, Mr. Daiki.
Yay!
Hi.
There
Daiki,
he
nice to see you
is.
again.
Go.
Laban.
Can you hear me and see me well?
Okay,
We can
Daiki's
see
with us
you
now.
and hear you very well,
One of
Daiki.
our
Okay.
regular and favorite student viewers, Mr.
Turn
Daiki.
off your live feed,
Hi.
Daiki.
Nice to see you again.
Hi.
Yeah.
Go. I don't know
Daiki,
how.
do you have earphones?
Can you hear me and see me well?
We can
Can you
see
plug
you
earphones in,
and hear
Daiki?
you very well,
Our
Daiki.
Okay.
regular and favorite
Should I-
viewers, Mr. Daiki.
Give me a
Turn off
second.
your live feed.
Hi.
Yeah, so if you just turn off
Better.
the YouTube channel, Daiki, and just focus on this other screen, it's
Okay.
much easier for you.
I think
Now
there's
it
a
sounds good.
time lag. I don't know.
There's a little delay.
Hello.
Yep, we've
Hello.
got you now.
Okay. Is it working now?
Hi, Daiki. Yep, perfect.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
The headphones are important.
Okay. Good.
Okay,
Hi.
how are you, Daiki?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Good, thank
Anesh,
you.
you
Welcome.
always
Thank
put
you
me
for
on the
joining.
spot, and you always being
On the spot.
hyperbolic.
Absolutely, because I mean, you have your own YouTube channel, which you can share
Yeah.
after, but first you can tell us your joke. Here we go. And
Here we go,
action.
everyone.
Okay. Off the top of my head, the first joke that comes to my mind was, okay, how can a doctor cure invisible man? How can a doctor cure an invisible man?
I don't know. How can a doctor cure an invisible man, Daiki?
Okay. He took the man to the ICU. Yeah.
He took the man to the
How can a doctor cure an
ICU.
invisible man?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
That's
How can a
that's
doctor
what
cure-
I suggested when I was in the OSL.
Oh, you chose
So
this
this-
joke.
Yes, I chose this joke. But I forgot the joke you taught me. How yeah the tree one.
Oh,
So,
thanks for
Daiki, when
typing
you
it
say
out.
this joke, you should use past tense. You should say, how did
Oh
a
yeah.
doctor
How
or
did
the doctor cure an invisible man?
Yeah.
He took him to the ICU.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
very good.
awesome.
That's a funny
Because
joke.
You want to see ICU, but yeah, ICU, which stands for Daiki.
Intensive cure.
Oh, so close.
I forgot.
That's a good guess, cure,
Yeah.
but it's intensive
What's that?
care
Care
unit.
unit. Okay.
Intensive care unit.
Yeah,
So ICU stands for intensive care unit.
Care unit.
yeah, I say okay.
Nice. Thank you, Colorful Canada. Arigato. Nice. So do you have another one, Daiki, or you forgot the rest of them?
No, I forgot. I remember the
The
tree one.
The
Maple
tree
tree
one.
one.
That's
Maple
my
tree one.
favorite one. I've told Paul like 100 times now. Why did the boy
Yeah.
climb the tree with a hockey stick? I don't know why.
I don't know why.
To play with the Maple Leafs.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
We need a drum.
think-
You should have
yeah.
a drum.
If you let me know in advance, maybe I could have
Well,
prepared.
that
well.
wouldn't be on the spot then, Daiki.
Wouldn't be on the spot.
何これ?
Yeah, he always
What the-
puts me on the spot.
I told you should know
Always
at
on the
least
spot.
3 jokes at any given time. At least.
Oh
But
my
you did
God.
start off the conversation with, well, off
Yeah.
the top of my head, and you used a
Yes.
few idioms. So that was
Oh yeah. I consciously use the idiom.
consciously used them. Nice.
You know,
Daiki, why don't
Daiki-
you quickly... Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Paul.
I was going to say a couple of weeks ago on the show live, Anesh asked me to tell a joke, he put me on the spot, and I had no joke, I have to admit. I failed my on the spot.
Uh-oh. See, it's not easy to be on the spot.
Yeah.
Very quickly, Daiki, why don't you tell a few people what you're doing and something that I'm super proud that he is now doing after on the spot language and during the pandemic. He's just been connecting and doing some amazing things. You got 30 seconds and go.
30 seconds. Okay. In December, I started a YouTube channel to teach Japanese and also to share our culture with people who are studying Japanese and also who are interested in our culture. Actually, I just uploaded a new video about katakana English quiz. I did this with some of my native English online tutors on Cambly. It's an online English tutoring website that I use every day. Katakana English. First of all, katakana English is about English words that we pronounce with pronunciation. So if I pronounce these words, English words with a Japanese pronunciation, English tutors get the meaning.
Okay, so test Paul with one and test me with one. I know, for example, toilet is toire.
Okay.
And hotel is hoteru.
Okay, give me a second.
Okay, give me another
tour.
Tour.
Oh yes, so easy.
So easy.
Oh, like
easy.
Yeah.
Yes, tour. Yeah,
okay.
tour. Yeah.
Tour.
Okay. How about croissant?
Paul?
Croissant.
Croissant.
I don't know.
Croissant.
Yeah.
Croissant.
Yes, croissant.
You got it after my pronunciation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Croissant.
It's easy. Okay.
Yeah, that's an interesting topic. You know, personally, I have an educational problem with katakana. It's not really a great way to learn English because it doesn't express all the English sounds. That's why a lot of English speakers don't understand the katakana word. It sounds very different.
Okay, Daiki, we're going to end it there because I think we can go all day like wakuchin and virus and all that.
Okay,
but what's the name of your channel? Can you just type it out for everybody, the channel name that people can
Japanese,
go to?
Yeah, Japanese with Daiki. That's Japanese with Daiki.
Can you just
type put
out
the link in the...
Okay, give me a second.
Copy the link.
Okay.
Japanese with Daiki. Cool. All right.
We're going to say goodbye, Daiki, because we're almost out of time and we've still got 2 videos to watch, okay? Right. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
We'll have you back very soon. Thanks, Daiki. Okay, let's move on to our 2 video submissions.
Okay.
And the first one is from... Ken Watt.
Oh.
Ken's a teacher in Asia. He's sending us this video. And it's fast, so everyone get ready. This is a quick one. Pay attention, and we'll quickly discuss it afterwards.
Do you want to hear a construction joke? Sorry, I'm still working on it.
You catch that, everyone? Let's roll it one more time. Mr. Ken Watt.
Do you want to hear a construction joke? Sorry, I'm still working on it.
Do you want to hear a construction joke? Pause. Sorry, I'm still working on it.
I'm still working on it.
Still working on it. Can anyone type an explanation of how that works or why that works for us?
Construction, working on it.
Right? It's going to take some time. Still building it. Okay, here's one. We have an explanation. Do you want to hear construction jokes? Oh, that's the transcript. Sorry, I'm still working on it.
Thank you for the transcript, Mark.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still working on my explanation.
It's okay, we're going fast here, Mark, but thank you for trying to keep up. Okay, let's go to the next one.
Okay.
And this next one was sent to a very special friend of the show, Mr. James Marshall, who has a company called Puppets. Not puppets, Puppets. And he's an English teacher in Thailand, and Mr. Marshall uses puppetry to teach children English. And so joining us on the show, he's going to give us 2 jokes. So pay attention. He's a fast-talking puppet. The puppet is going to tell us 2 jokes, courtesy of Mr. James Marshall, the owner of Puppets. So without further ado, let me introduce the puppet named Sal.
All right, I hear you got some kind of joke challenge. I love jokes. I'm good at jokes. It's one thing I'm good at. I cooked a Hawaiian pizza today and it was kind of burned. I guess I should have used a lower temperature. See what I did there? Okay. All right, one more. I called my girlfriend Ruth to break up with her. Man, it was ruthless. That's all I got. Well, I hope I win. Let's see how these other jokers go.
Sal, very nice.
I could watch these all day.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Isn't that fantastic? So we'll play that once more. But hiding in there are 2 jokes. He goes through them pretty quickly. Pay attention because he kind of mixes his intro quickly. Pay attention to when he says, I cooked a pizza, because that's the start of the first joke. Let's play it one more time. Sal the puppet.
All right, I hear you got some kind of joke challenge. I love jokes. I'm good at jokes. It's one thing I'm good at. I cooked a Hawaiian pizza today and it was kind of burned. I guess I should have used a lower temperature. See what I did there? Okay. All right, one more. I called my girlfriend Ruth to break up with her. Man, it was ruthless. That's all I got. Well, I hope I win. Let's see how these other jokers go.
Oh, he's so good.
That's fun. That's great. Thank you very much, James Marshall and Sal the puppet.
Yes.
So the first joke he said was, I cooked a Hawaiian pizza, but he burned it a little bit. So he thinks he should have used aloha temperature. Aloha temperature to make his Hawaiian pizza, right?
Yes. Aloha.
And the second one,
sounds like
aloha. Aloha. Does anyone know what that means? That's the Hawaiian word, but it also sounds like Anesh.
a lower. I should have put it on a lower aloha temperature on the
Aloha temperature.
Hawaiian pizza.
In some variations of English around the world, like British or Australian, the ER sound is pronounced like an ah.
Like,
So it sounds
"Aloha."
identical. In Canada, maybe we would say lower, aloha. So it sounds different. But with Sal's accent, he's got a slightly New York City Australian accent. It sounds the same.
Aloha.
And the second joke was,
Yeah.
I tried to break up with my girlfriend named Ruth.
But she was ruthless.
Does anybody know what ruthless means? Sorry, there's 2.
Sometimes
Two
Paul
S's
can be
there.
a ruthless teacher.
So ruthless.
Ruthless.
Oh, yeah, humor is tricky, Al. Al Dante is saying humor can be difficult. Can we put that up?
I told my wife a joke 8 years ago and she just got it recently.
That's
Well, sometimes
that
jokes are
itself
like
is a
that.
joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, oh, now I get it. Yes. Love it.
Oh, Chris is telling me, didn't you find my video joke, Paul? Ah, Chris, I'm really sorry. I completely forgot about it. You were among the first to send it in. I'm terribly sorry, Chris. That's my mistake. I will post it during the week in our collection of jokes for the review. I'm sorry I didn't air it live. We'll definitely have it on next week's show.
We
And it
got you,
will
Chris. We
qualify
got
for
you.
the...
Don't worry.
My mistake. I'm terribly sorry. Aloha. Yes, lower. It's a nice joke, Mimi says. Mimi says, I didn't understand number 2. Okay, so maybe we can help her understand that. Ruth is the girlfriend's name. He tried to break up with her, tried to separate. But she was ruthless. So the word ruthless looks like we're less Ruth. We have less Ruth. But the meaning in English means kind of mean or angry or without mercy.
I'm breaking up with you. I don't like you. I don't want to be with you anymore. I think you're crazy.
Yeah.
And maybe she's punching him. Whatever. She was ruthless. Ruthless.
Yeah.
That's a mouthful.
Well, Anish, we have to break it up now. We have to break it up ruthlessly because of our time.
Maybe because we've just
by
been
the
so
way,
witty.
Yeah, Tirath from Nepal is joining us.
No, better late
Hello
than
to
never.
Nepal. Yeah, so guys, this is what's so cool about this show. We have viewers and friends all over the world. We have, let's say, thank you to our guest here. Let me just go down the list while you're still with me, Anish.
Absolutely.
We have our friend in Korea, who I still don't know his name in English. We have Yoshihige from Japan. Thanks for joining us. Paula from Brazil. We have Anish, of course. We have Chris from Belgium. We have Jean-Mario from Colombia. We have Cesar Luis from Venezuela. We have Robin. I'm not sure where she's from. We have Andrew from Taiwan. We have Bargain Betty from the moon. We have Al Dente from Singapore. We have Mimi from Japan. We have Yuko. I think Yuko's from Japan, or maybe somewhere else. We have PK from Bangladesh. We have Daiki from Japan. We have Maku, who's got a Japanese name, but I think he's in Canada. We have Laban from Uganda. We have Colorful Canada, who I believe is in Canada. We have Tirath from Nepal. It's a fantastic opportunity, guys, to meet you all. Thank you, guys, for participating, for sending in your jokes. Anish, thank you, as always, for joining the show.
My pleasure.
And
And one quick thing, if you guys just want to come on and, share your thoughts or share a joke or share a question, I'm not always going to put you on the spot, but just say, hey, Paul, I have a question. I want to come on live and share my, just do it. It's just a warm and welcoming environment, and it's okay. Just give it a shot.
And sometimes you can come on the show and put me on the spot and ask me some questions. This whole show is really me being on the spot to help you. And I know that we have a lot of fun with that. But you're right, Anish. Anytime anyone wants to come on the show, they're always welcome. This is like an open classroom.
Yeah.
Right? It's just a virtual classroom. And we're so happy and honored that you guys all join us. But Anish, let me say thank you to you for participating today and helping with the joke contest. And congratulations again to your recent award, one of the top 50 education organizations in the world on the spot language. Thank you very much for joining us.
Hey.
Any last thoughts?
No, just keep coming back consistently. Your listening's going to improve. You're going to hear different people come on the show with different accents or different body language, and keep supporting Paul. Go to his Patreon page. Even a little bit goes a long way, because he puts a lot of work and effort into these videos for you all, just to make this warm, welcoming environment. And, if you can support a little bit, it really, really does help him and growing this community. So that's all I have to say. And thank you for all of your support, and keep coming, liking, sharing, share these videos with your friends. Say, hey, you want to learn some jokes? Check out Teacher Paul Live with Anish from On the Spot Language. Share.
This video will be recorded in full. It will be on the YouTube channel by the morning. Can we put the graphic up for Patreon? That's a good point. I often forget about this. It's in the graphics, I think.
Yeah.
Down. No, we don't have it ready. Okay, but you can go to Patreon and put in Hardboiled English, and you can find different support packages for as little as $5. You can support the program and the video projects. And if you support it in higher levels, you get products like the T-shirts, the coffee mugs, right? The T-shirts, Hardboiled English Live, English Weirdness, whatever you prefer. We've got English Weirdness products. We've got fridge magnets. We've got stickers, all kinds of junk.
And we're going to
all
be
for fun.
announcing the winner of the joke on next Friday. Next Friday.
Next Friday, yeah.
So we've presented the jokes to you today. We're going to put a little clip with all the jokes in it, and then you guys will vote.
Vote, yep.
And we'll announce the winner next Friday.
Yep. I'll put a post on Monday morning asking you guys to tell me which joke you like the best, and that person will win, and they get to choose their Hardboiled English prize.
Awesome.
Right?
All right.
Thank you, everybody, for joining the show. Okay, Anesh, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. Bye, Anesh. Ladies and gentlemen, friends of the show, English learners, English instructors who have joined us, thank you very, very much. It's my honor and privilege and joy to meet you every Friday night like this for Hardboiled English Live. Wherever you are in the world, guys, I want you to stay safe. I want you to keep learning English. As Anesh said, come on the show, practice, listen, contribute, participate, write comments, ask questions, anything you want to do. This show is for you. So until I see you next time, guys, thank you for joining Hardboiled English Live. Stay safe and stay cool.